I think we're good and we're live. We are live.
Oh, we are so live. Yes, we
Oh,
are.
yes.
Winter is coming. It's already here. This morning when I woke up to go to practice, it was 33 degrees out.
Oh, you poor baby.
Well,
Were you okay?
I was okay. Yeah. Survived, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but that's like the first time it's been below 45 here in Tennessee. So, like, winter
Mm.
is essentially officially here. And it doesn't get much colder than that. I mean, it'll get maybe below freezing a few times, but
Sounds like Tennessee is the place to live.
except during the summer.
Right.
I would. So it's a lot like St. Louis here in the summer. It's very swampy, very hot and humid. However, we do get down into like the negative temperatures in St. Louis, and it sucks. Like when you walk outside and the boogers and snot in your nose freeze instantly.
Yeah.
It's not it's not fun. It's not pleasant. So I think I would probably choose Tennessee over living here in St. Louis.
I'll definitely choose it over living in upstate New York.
Yeah, because I think they're supposed to get not a nor'easter, but a very heavy like snowfall or winter storm, and it's not even winter. The season is fall. It's not winter, so they can't call it a winter storm.
I remember years of Halloween having snow on Halloween or like sleet, right?
Okay.
And that talk about ruining a Halloween costume.
Absolutely.
Right. One year I dressed in drag, and that became really tough.
Yeah. I don't suppose you have any pictures of that.
Thankfully, no.
Oh.
That was pre-internet times.
That doesn't mean you didn't have like a actual picture of somewhere in a box, perhaps.
Do I have that? No. Do my parents have that? I'll
Probably.
look and then light it on fire.
It's not
Ryan's
a dick
parents,
in the box.
if you're listening, message me. We can arrange something.
It's not a dick in the box. It's a pick in a box.
It's a pick in a box.
That doesn't exist. How is everybody this evening? How are we doing? Yes, good. Somebody said smooth as a baby's bottom over here with Donnie. No, it's not. It's prickly. It's very prickly. I don't remember a baby's butt having this many pricklies to where it's like, yeah.
It's also the problem is, and I think you and I both run into this, is that when we shave and when it's coming back in, like the white's the first thing that shows up.
Oh, absolutely now.
Right,
Yeah.
which sucks. So even though I've got something, it just doesn't show up on camera at all.
Yep.
Well, it's the old wives' tale of why you shouldn't pluck your gray hairs, because then 2 gray hairs will go back in its place.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't shave your beard because just all the white hairs will keep multiplying like a hydra.
Cut off one head, 2 appear.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got this, so when my beard is nice and full, like right here in the most opportune spot, I've got a nice white patch right here. So it looks like I've got a booger coming out of my nose and on my mustache. So I don't know why whoever
Maybe you're
decided
just
to do that.
trying to excuse the booger coming out of your nose.
Yeah, because he's setting it up the scenario. So I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Same wavelength.
Yeah. Zach says, I just walked in, but yeah, every time I shave, more white beard hairs grow back. Telling you.
So that's, yeah. All the more reason not to shave ever again.
I just want it all white or all brown. That's what I'm going
Do they
for.
make just for men with all white?
Like silver?
You could try it.
Just bleach your face.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably better than the just for men that's the brown, but it's all like the monochrome brown to where
Yeah.
it looks, yeah.
It's so obvious if you're color.
Super obvious.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's his name? Keemstar, that guy, he's clearly puts the black because he's got this long beard and everything or whatever, but it is jet black, like you can tell. that he's coloring his facial hair. Simon Esther says, I'm not gray, I'm Starlight.
Starlight, star bright, for star I seek tonight. Well, I think on that note, we can go ahead and start the show.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Gamers Week Podcast. Like the name says, we analyze the best, worst, and weirdest headlines of the past week in the video game industry. This is episode 188, and today is Wednesday, November 5th, 1955. Nope, it's 2025. But this is the day that Doc Brown invented time travel back in 1955, if you guys didn't know that.
He invented the flux capacitor, which made time travel possible.
Ipso facto, he invented time travel.
85, he turned it into a DeLorean.
Mr. Pedantic over here. Holy shitballs.
I was just on a podcast about movies.
I don't know what you expected from him, honestly.
I had expected him to keep his mouth shut and just go along for the ride.
And swing.
Is that too much to ask?
All right. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
You know what I'd do? I'd shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. My name is Donnie G Retro, and I will be your host this evening. But as you can see, I am not alone. I have two very, very fine and amazing co-hosts with me. Ryan Payne, aka Retro Game Brews, and Lou Williams, aka Writer's View. How are you guys doing this evening?
That's it?
That's it. I told you, I didn't have an opening. I didn't have an intro done. I didn't have enough time because I've been dorking around with my phone trying to update it. So I apologize. I have failed you.
Donnie, sometimes you just can't find the opening,
right? Zing. Zing.
But you know, it takes a lot of courage to admit you can't find it, and you need a little help.
Yep.
Get
by with a little help from my friend.
What would you do if I said? So tonight we are also celebrating 50,000 downloads. Woo! Woohoo! Yay! We want to sincerely thank everyone and anyone who has listened and supported our show. You are all honorary download daddies. Each and every one of you. Look at you. Mwah.
Every single one.
This is going to turn into a I Am Spartacus thing in the Discord where everybody's just going to put their name as download daddy. So I have no idea who I'm talking to.
That would be awesome.
Satisfaction says, yeah. G for Donnie G Retro.
Says, yeah, that's the G in Donnie G Retro.
And F for no effort. Want to start your own podcast? Maybe called Chopped? Hannibal Lecter edition, where contestants have to prepare a 3-course meal using only a pre-prepared basket of random body parts. Buzzsprout has a user-friendly interface, great analytics, and resources to help grow your audience. Use the link in the description to get a $20 credit when you sign up for a paid plan. It's raw!
Admit it, you would watch it, though.
Yeah, I'd be intrigued a little bit.
Iron Chef Lecter edition? Like, that would be awesome. And tonight's choice is liver and fava beans.
When you're chopping the toes, you got to put your fingers down here. You chop it like this, and you get them razor thin, and then you can slide those down into the bowl. So
that was really good, and I wonder if we've had experience with this because that just seemed too good.
Nope, not anyway, shape, or form. All right, let's jump right into our reviews, reactions, and requests. Pigeonfish says the news of Microsoft's 30% accountability margin for Xbox does at least partially confirm what I've always hypothesized, that Phil Z and his team are not by and large horrible themselves, but are hopelessly beholden to the megalomaniacal greed machine that birthed them.
Xbox boss Phil Z?
Phil Z, we're stealing that.
Drink, yep, Phil Z.
Thank you,
Xbox boss Phil Z Spencer.
Philzy. What Up John says, Clock Tower was on sale for Switch last week. I grabbed it. I got 2 endings so far. Still want to do some more runs. I wish we got more 16-bit experiences like this. I'm glad it's on a modern platform and accessible to people who never played it.
That's one thing I should have mentioned in the gamer history one is the fact that there are multiple endings, which I
Okay.
think is pretty cool too. So um, depends on like who you save and I believe how long it takes. So there are a few that you can get. There is the bad endings. There are the good endings. So definitely has some of the. I mean, especially considering that Scissor Man pops out at random intervals, so no one playthrough is going to be exactly the same,
I'm
which I think
interested.
makes it great.
Okay, so it's $19.99 for the Switch. That's not bad.
I guess it was $10 last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was on
Well,
sale. I was sad to miss it too. I was like, man, really?
maybe it'll be
Because I've
back
been
on
meaning to
sale.
buy that, but yeah.
Yeah. If it comes back on sale for like Christmas, I think I'll pick it up for $10. That's a no-brainer.
For sure.
And finally, Funyuns says, man, sometimes literally this podcast is all I have to look forward to. Thank you guys for what you do, especially you, Blue. Keep kicking butt at trivia. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I love this for two reasons. It's saying I like the podcast, but two, it's trolling Donnie.
Isn't that why everybody shows up to trivia? To see
Exactly.
Donnie lose?
While I greatly appreciate the kind words about the podcast, Funyuns, Blue doesn't kick ass at trivia. She gets by the skin of her damn teeth. Okay?
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
I've got so many different things on the tip of my tongue that I want to say, but you know what? I will keep those reserved and inside, and we will move on with the show. For now, we're going to jump on to our patron shoutouts.
We couldn't do what we do without the help of our gorgeous patrons. Here are the generous folks supporting Gamers Week on Patreon. Number 1, Blue Sick Voice Chan. Sick Voice Chan.
Finally, somebody fucked up a name. It wasn't me.
John Barron, Sassy Sony, Evo Lust, Syrum. Have a structured settlement or annuity and need cash now? Call your boy JD Wentworth at 877-CASH NOW. Mega Retroman, Gamatroid, Moradib, Michael. John, stick your head out. One shot right between the eyes. I'll make it quick, just for old time's sake. The Kite. Emo-esque, Bill Tucker, you know the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Fruitcakes, I hate it when my Schwartz gets twisted. Pickled Pepper, Ducks with Thick Thighs, absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress. Bots and Dugnut, Blues Little Sis, Loudmouth, Retro Blast Pat, B&T Zilla Guy, The Mad Milkman, Seven Castle Forest, Crunchy Kong, Claw Machine Daddy, Frank Grande, Love Retro BTW, Steven Sand, Ramboski, Terry Kinnear, Don't Make Me Pull This Car Over, Games with Coffee, Fucking Loves, Zelda 2, Hybrid Divide, You Fall Before Me, Davey PGH, the Pixel Pond family, including Shannon and Luke and the Ski Ball Daddy, Zach, aka Old Cluster Nuts, and Puzzle Butter. If you like what you hear today, and we really hope you do, please consider joining us on Patreon. Your support helps cover the cost of producing the show, as well as other cool stuff we'll be doing, like prizes and giveaways. You'll also gain access to our bi-weekly patron-only bonus cast called Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. Visit patreon.com/gamersweek or follow the link in the show notes to learn more.
He went back to Commando. John, stick your head out. One shot, right between the eyes. I'll make it quick, just for old time's sake. I thought we were done with Commando.
No, you
Can you
wanted more
ever
Commando.
be done with Commando?
No, you can never.
Because before we went to October and he moved away from Commando and you said, oh, but there's so much more Commando.
Okay, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're often
Don't say it. Don't
often.
say it.
I said
I'm always
often.
right.
Often.
That's not the quote, though.
I know it's not the quote, but I can't tell a lie. So let's go ahead and jump into the headlines for the week.
All right, this headline segment is proudly sponsored by Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress. Each episode, George and Zach discuss and rank all the best things, and right now they're working through every movie in the Alien vs. Predator connected universe. This week, they've got a trivia question for us. The role of Indiana Jones was originally going to be played by Tom Selleck. But due to contractual obligations with the show Magnum PI, the film's producers eventually settled on Harrison Ford after considering Nick Nolte, Chevy Chase, Jack Nicholson, Jeff Bridges, and David Hasselhoff, among others. Karen Allen was eventually cast as Marion Ravenwood, but which of the following actresses was not considered for the role? Margot Kidder, Stephanie Zimbalist, Sean Young, Wendy Malick, or Deborah Winger. Visit them at absolutelythebest.net or follow the link in the show notes.
I demand a remake of Indiana Jones with Jack Nicholson.
Please.
I want Chevy Chase. That would be a completely different. That would be like Top Secret.
It would be like Fletch.
I could totally do a Fletch-ish Indiana Jones. That would be great.
So, admittedly, though, I didn't know all of these actresses' names by name. Okay. So, what I was going to do, I was like, oh, I'll just look them up on IMDb. But I was like, wait, I might catch, like a little bit of trivia that's at the top. So I don't want to, potentially cheat on this inadvertently. So I just looked up the pictures of them. And the only one I don't know who this person is Stephanie Zimbalist.
From Remington Steele, apparently. Because I didn't know any of these people either. Zach sent me the question. I was like, I know who Margot Kidder is. I got nothing on anyone else. And so it's Stephanie Zimbalist was in Remington Steele. Sean Young is from Blade Runner, as well as Ace Ventura.
Yep.
Wendy Malick was in Just Shoot Me and did a bunch of other shit. Deborah Winger, I don't know. She's an actress, though. Was his
answer. So Sean Young was the replicant.
Yes.
Rachel, right? Rachel, right. And Margot Kidder was Lois Lane from Superman.
Yeah. Yes, but so I know 4 out of 5 of these names. The only one I didn't know was Stephanie Zimbalist until you guys said Remington Steele. I mean, that's like one thing, and I think that was with Pierce Brosnan, wasn't it?
No, I have fucking idea what Remington Steele is.
Yeah, isn't it a TV show? But they made a movie of it. I think with Pierce Brosnan.
It was a TV show. I don't believe they made a movie of Remington Steele.
Never heard of it.
I think we're sidetracking here.
Yeah.
Like Sean Young. Sorry,
T-Ken says Wendy Malick is now Harrison Ford's love interest on the show Shrinking. It only took 40 years.
Interesting. I know her most, though, I will be honest, from the movie Waiting, where she plays Ryan Reynolds' mom. And
yes, that's Wendy Malick. Yeah.
Yep, and where they were having a discussion about how your father used to pull out, but look at the accident that created you. And he says, Mom, you should know I only perform anal sex. And she said, if only I had been so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Deborah Winger, I specifically remember from Urban Cowboy. So she has those features that kind of fall in line with like Sean Young, Deborah Winger, Wendy Malick. The only odd one out here is Stephanie Zimbalist. But like Margot Kidder? I never was a fan of Margot Kidder.
Yeah, I didn't like her either. As Lois Lane, I just felt like she was annoying.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Margot Kidder.
I'm going to go with Stephanie because I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
The answer is Margot Kidder.
There it is.
There it is.
Shoot. Bullet. Gun.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you. But Tom Selleck as Indiana Jones?
Which is funny because years later, right? Chipmunks,
Chip and
Dale, they're dressed up as Indiana Jones and Magnum PI.
Yep.
So if you think about it, that could have been the same guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into this week's headlines. Sorry, brain fart.
It's like, did you fart and you
yeah.
were just enjoying it, or?
Like, If Chip is Indiana Jones, Dale is Magnum PI. Who are a Monterey Jack, Zipper, and Gadget dressed up as? Says Simon. I don't know.
These
I'd
are
have
important
to
questions.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't check that. So first up, EA is claiming it will retain creative control despite its sale to Saudi Arabia. In a new regulatory filing, Electronic Arts outlined a number of risks the company faces, and one of them is the company's own $55 billion sale to a private investor consortium led by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, or PIF. The Securities and Exchange Commission requires companies to disclose risks to its business activity in quarterly 10Q filings. PIF. EA disclosed these as per usual, but a new risk this time around is uncertainty about the effect of the merger that may impair our ability to attract, retain, and motivate key personnel and could cost customers, suppliers, financial counterparties, and others to seek to change existing business relationships with us. The document makes the claim that EA's mission, values, and commitment to players and fans around the world would be unchanged. Additionally, the document states that EA, not the investor consortium, will retain creative control of the company going forward, adding that EA's track record of creative freedom and player-first values will remain intact. Already, a group of EA employees wrote a letter to jointly speak out against the proposed sale, expressing a range of issues and concerns about it, including the possibility of mass layoffs and studio closures. The $55 billion sale is the largest leveraged buyout in history for any industry, and EA is on the hook for $20 billion. EA's 10Q filing does not mention humanitarian issues by name, instead referring only to more open-ended uncertainty pertaining to a possible negative effect of attracting, retaining, and hiring talent if the PIF, Silver Lake, and Affinity close to deal to buy EA.
I believe that when my shit turns purple, it smells like rainbow sherbet.
Well, like Simon says, yeah, Activision said the same thing when it acquired Blizzard, and Microsoft said that when they acquired everybody. And since when does EA have creativity?
Best comment of the day so far.
Right. Yeah. This is, I think, one of those things that everybody's going, sure, you'll retain creative control because all the millionaires are going to continue to let you do what you do now that it directly affects their investment and their ability to pay back that $20 billion loan. Sure.
Makes total sense, right?
Do we believe that there is just a what's the word I'm looking for? A never-ending source of income and coming from Saudi Arabia or this particular investment consortium because of the death grip that they have on oil over there. So it could quite possibly be that, okay, you guys know what you're doing with video games. I mean, I say that loosely. EA knows what they're doing. But you guys know video games. You know what works. So we're going to continue to let you do this and not interfere or intervene as long as you can show us a profit.
Well, and I think one of the things that we have to take into consideration is, why is Saudi Arabia interested in purchasing EA? Is it purely financial, right? Are they expecting to receive some kind of return on their investment? Or is this more of a PR thing? Which what we've seen a lot lately with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is that they are looking to polish up their image on the world stage, right? So they've been doing comedy shows, they've been doing wrestling matches, they've been doing golf tournaments and all this other stuff to like, hey, it's us guys, like, try to forget what we've done in the past, like, cutting people's hands off and post, with the whole women thing, like, ain't like that anymore, we promise.
Yeah.
All the while somebody's getting beheaded in the other room.
Yeah. So
that's what happens
or
if you
journalists
don't make your accountability margins.
So I think that's the big question here is, to your point, Donnie, if it's about a PR thing, then yeah, Take creative control. Do whatever you want, right? If I do say though, when it comes to the PR stuff, they're looking for a better image. So if there's something that they put out that might have be counter to the image that they want to portray,
Mm-hmm.
that will more than likely be one of those things where they speak up. But I don't know. I don't know what the motivations are behind this buyout. I'm guessing it's not 100% financial, though.
Well, it's not just Saudi Arabia, though. We need to remember that. It's also
True.
Silver Lake and Affinity, and they're not doing shit for goodwill. They want money.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know who they are.
They are. I'm trying to remember the exact. Like it's Silver Lake is an equity company.
Simon says golf in Saudi Arabia. Dang, sand trap again.
Silver Lake is an American global private equity firm focused on technology and technology-enabled investments. And
Okay.
then, yeah.
So descriptive.
Yeah.
We got money.
We got
give
money.
it
We
to
got
other
lots of
people.
money.
We expect more back.
And Affinity is the American investment firm based in Miami, Florida, that has Jared Kushner, which is Donald Trump's son-in-law.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, those groups.
So this could even be political, technically, because they obviously have strong connections with the Saudis as well. Just throwing it out there.
They're all good friends. So yeah, this is money based, and all that to say that I doubt very much that, and everybody doubts very much that EA will remain creative control. It's also funny that they're claiming that, what is it? The EA's missions, values, and commitment to players and fans around the world would remain unchanged. I mean, great. That low bar is going to stay low.
Exactly.
Could you please change it? Could you?
Yeah, you change it a little.
Right.
Didn't mind that much.
Let's go up a notch. Just one notch. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, we'll see. I do love that the employees are writing letters and doing what they can. Like, no, everyone in the world thinks this is a horrible idea except for you guys, and we're concerned what that is going to do to our work environment, to the studios, all that kind of stuff. Our creative freedom that we're supposedly going to maintain.
I think it's a wait and see for the employees, because you have some who have just like deep-rooted morals that say, oh, I can never work for certain people, right? And once this gets taken over, once this merger happens, if it's business as usual, they can continue to do their job and there's no intervention, there's no micromanaging, it's just the normal EA stuff. Maybe they could be like, okay, yeah, we can totally do this. But if it comes as like the whip is cracking and they're saying you have all of these particular stipulations and enforcements that, sorry, this is like, it's, I don't really know what word to use here, but it like, no, it's not an enjoyable place to work.
No, it becomes a toxic environment.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I've been involved in a lot of private equity takeovers, and none of them, when the transition happens, are smooth, are unnoticeable, are easy on the employees. It's always audits. What can we get rid of?
Yeah.
Prove that it's the Bobs.
Yeah, I was just
What would you
meet
say
with the Bobs?
You do here.
Right.
I have people skills.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to say what they need to get the, for the press and the PR, and they still need to make sure that this sale goes through and is not stopped. So they'll probably say what they need to ahead of time once it's finalized, and then the hammer comes down, and then we'll see what PIF is really made of.
I will say, if Electronic Arts sucks, but it is a staple of the gaming industry. I mean, they've been around for Forever.
Well, like Retro AF posted in the chat, we're not terrorists. We love Madden. They are a staple.
Yes.
A punchline, but a staple.
Yeah.
Right.
And that doesn't mean shit because
Mhm.
you know Sega
just
was
saying.
around for. I know, and it's heartbreaking to see a beloved franchise go down south. I mean, EA was very well respected back in the '90s. You know, with Trip Hawkins and what he built and established, and EA was the powerhouse of sports, and then it just became constant like an MLB The Show or Madden where it's like nothing is enhanced. It got to a point where there was no significant updates or upgrades. It was a roster. But you want me to spend $70 on, because it says, well, we put 18 on the cover, Madden 18, and you get this year's roster, when you can just, I'll pay you $5, download the new rosters, and there we go. That's all I need. But no, they want that money. They have to keep things going, and they killed themselves, in my opinion.
I agree.
I mean, yes and no. They're still there. They're still making money. Obviously, they're not making so much money that they didn't want to sell. And yeah, you should see Donnie just had a horrible grimace because Sam Distraction put in the chat. Nah.
Yep.
Next we'll see Saudi Arabia buying Sega, which, you know, hurt Donnie personally.
Yeah, I took that
In
personally.
places he doesn't want to talk about.
Don't.
But I think that this would be, like, in a lot of ways, we're making the jokes because EA has been so terrible for so long. If this was something like, I don't know, I mean, it's a studio versus a publisher, so it's not an apples to apples comparison. But like, if it was Naughty Dog, or if it was some studio that was really had a good reputation, I'll say. But that's not
Square
the case.
Enix at one point.
Oh no, yeah. Square Enix back when they used to know how to do good games.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll first wait and see if this actually goes through, which due to aforementioned political connections, we expect it will. And then we'll see what happens to all the employees.
I don't want to have to say I told you so on this one because of the impact it will have. But I feel like that this is going to be an I told you so moment.
I believe you're probably right.
Next up, the director of the United States Patent and Trademark Office has ordered a rare patent re-examination after Nintendo acquired a U.S. patent on a gameplay mechanic used in other games. In September, Nintendo was granted a U.S. patent which covers the action of summoning another character and making them battle on the player's behalf. The most obvious example of this patent in action is a Pokemon game where a player can summon Pokemon and use them to battle other Pokemon on their behalf. However, USPTO Director John A. Squires has personally ordered a re-examination of the patent, citing previous patents which might make it invalid. In his order, Squires said he had determined that substantial new questions of patentability have arisen based on the publications of two previous patents named as Yabe and Taura. The Yabe patent was granted in 2002 to Konami and refers to a sub-character fighting alongside the player either automatically or manually, while the Taura patent was granted in 2020 to Nintendo itself and also refers to a sub-character who battles alongside the player. Squire says that each of these raises a substantial new question of patentability. GamesFrey claims that it's very rare for a USPTO director to personally take the initiative to order a patent re-examination without another company getting involved, claiming that the last time this happened was in 2012. Last week, Nintendo was denied a patent in Japan for a capturing mechanic similar to that seen in some Pokemon games, with the Japan Patent Office citing examples of games like Ark, Craftopia, Monster Hunter 4, and Pokemon Go, which have mechanics which could fall under the descriptions in the application, suggesting those ideas already existed. Suck
I
it,
really
Nintendo.
wish they would. I really wish they would have said Pale World in there too.
But it's kind of funny that they're bringing up like Konami from a fighting game in 2002 by Konami. I can't remember which one comes to mind, but if you talk about like Marvel versus Capcom, you can summon people to fight for you at your side too. So this stuff has been happening for decades, well before Nintendo decided to like, oh, we're gonna throw this patent. And we all know that the only reason why they're doing this patent is because of Pal World.
Yep.
Right. Which is, it's really funny that now the patent offices are saying, well, yeah, this stuff exists all over the place because, as we've mentioned before in the show, Nintendo probably had a real argument for being able to patent it back in the 90s when they started Pokemon, but they didn't bother with it. I don't know if they patent everything. So I don't know what they were thinking about when they just missed this one or just let it go for several decades until it became an issue. But it's really weird to me that they just didn't patent it.
I agree. And in fact, I think we talked about this when they originally filed the patent, and we all kind of went,
Mhm.
huh? Like, can you patent that? Is
Right
that
now?
something? Yeah, like after all this time, after the fact that it's a genre essentially of games at this point. It's like me wanting to patent the Happy Birthday song right now. You know,
It's a little late for that.
little late.
Yeah, even if you were the guy in the bar, like sitting in the bar and going, I wrote the Happy Birthday song.
Back in the day.
You're right.
Am I taking crazy pills? I invented the keyboard necktie.
The other thing that's really interesting is this, the director of the U.S. Patent Office personally deciding that this needs to be re-examined. Why?
Right.
I think he listens to Gamers Week.
I think that's
Ooh,
it.
maybe he
A little
does.
behind. Right? So he was catching up on old episodes, and he was like, "Oh shit, they're talking about me."
Yeah, because I assume that these are looked into rather thoroughly before the patents are granted, correct?
You assume, but when you assume, what happens?
You can't assume again, man.
Make an ass out of you, and you leave me out of it.
Right. So it passed muster before for whatever reason. And then it's only when Japan says, no, this is bullshit, that the US goes, or at least one guy in the US goes, yeah, you're right. It's probably bullshit. We should not. Like everybody on his staff who did the work, or you're just throwing them under the bus or going behind their backs. Like, I don't know. It's very strange.
Let's start patenting a bunch of stuff and see what sticks. I mean, if they're going to grant it for Nintendo, right?
Let's patent daddy titles.
There we go.
Ooh, that's $1 million idea right there.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to catch on eventually when we're making 50,000 downloads an episode.
Right.
Yeah.
And when other people start trying to just hand out their own daddy titles, they'll be like, no, you can't, because they're ours.
Patented, bitch.
You are welcome to, as long as you pay us.
Yes, exactly.
We're using this as an additional revenue stream.
Yeah, so, and it's another point for Pal World, I guess we'll say.
I just find it funny that Nintendo freaked out because someone out Pokemon'd them. Like, no, we were the original.
You
can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, you can't triple stamp and double stamp.
Retroid says, I'm going to patent wearing your hat backwards. Donnie, you owe me.
I'm going to patent putting pins on your hat backwards. So nobody can take that.
They like to get butt hurt. Yes. Puzzle better. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Relax.
Well, if you do, you don't get butt hurt.
Well played, man. I can't wait for the episode warning at the beginning of this one.
The only thing I'll put is, you know what? Just don't.
Yeah.
Just
This episode has,
on this
you know
one.
what? Whatever.
Better not bring your kids.
Okay, finally, rapper Soulja Boy is back at it. And by it, we mean selling video game consoles that seem to be rebranded versions of existing retro handhelds. In a post on Instagram, the artist known for his 2007 hit song Crank That Soulja Boy can be seen showing off what appears to be a Retroid Pocket Flip 2. He said the device is actually a new SouljaGame Flip console that is out right now and can be bought from his website. He said it has all the games you need, a fast processor, and good graphics. Soulja Boy was originally selling his console for $436, over twice the $209 price the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 currently goes for on Retroid's official website. But since news began to circulate about the rebranded device and its hefty price tag, the price seems to have been slashed to $200. On sale today. The website where the SouljaGame Flip can be ordered shows images that look to be taken straight from Retroid's own website, only with some additional images showing white packaging that say SouljaGame. This is not any kind of official licensing deal, Retroid said. He does not have permission to rebrand our products and sell them as his own. The Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is patented in the US by ourselves. It's currently unclear if Retroid will pursue legal action, but it's not the first time Soulja Boy has tried to sell rebranded game consoles as his own. In 2018, the rapper sold Chinese emulators under his own label, and again in 2021 with a rebranded Game Boy-inspired handheld called the TR-DR Pocket.
I think we should, the old term snake oil salesman. Should just change it to Soulja Boy.
A Soulja Boy salesman?
Right.
Well, I think the difference is the snake oil salesman has to be at least relatively convincing.
This is so ridiculous.
Depending on his sales, that would tell you how convincing he is. I don't know how many he's sold of his crap consoles yet.
I don't know, but I love Soulja Boy. This is great. I think that this is at least the third or fourth time that he's been in the news. We brought him up on the podcast because he's in the news for shilling out these shit knockoff consoles with his own label on them, overcharging for them. And then the what I love most about it is that it's so low effort because he's just taking their pictures, slapping his logo on the picture. There, see, I made a console. And the other thing is that somehow people keep buying them.
It's because it's got that Soulja Boy stamp of approval.
Soulja Boy, I told you.
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
And this is pretty prevalent. So if you ever shop on Alibaba, right?
I have never done it.
So it's like the Chinese Amazon, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And so what a lot of people will do there is take really cheap products, like for example, like really cheap cell phones, right? Put like a sticker over top of the branding of that cell phone, right? And call it something like, put like a really cool looking sticker on it, resell it for $100 more than it usually goes for. And that is so incredibly prevalent that I think he got this idea from somebody, and he thinks that eventually this is going to stick, that eventually people are going to take him seriously and actually invest in this kind of stuff. I wonder if what he's selling is their consoles or straight from the Chinese manufacturer. So he's getting it like dirt cheap. But
Well,
still,
there must be a reason why he thinks he needs to charge $436.
I think that might be a genius move. Tries to charge you $436, then slashes it by more than 50%. So now you gotta get it, right? It's like the new egg sales that come out during the holidays, and you're like, oh, our Prime Day, where they jack up the price like 2 weeks before, and then you watch it. Oh, look, I'm gonna buy that back scratcher for $3. Oh well, because it was $10 last week.
You're losing money if you don't.
But if history is any indication, like take a look at Peloton. Peloton started off selling their bikes pretty cheap. Nobody bought them, but then they're like, they were advised to increase the price, so they did, and then everybody started flocking to them because like, oh, well now it's this particular item is out of so many people's price range, and it's like a status symbol if I go and get it. So maybe Soulja Boy is doing it wrong. Maybe he should jack up these consoles to like $1,000, $1,500. That would really get the people. Now you'll see a lot more people in the club sitting in the VIP section with the Flip 2, just playing their little Chinese emulator, knowing that nobody else out there has that particular product.
Because he hot glued some gem or rhinestones on
Absolutely.
it.
I don't know. For that kind of money, I'm going to need to know more about the specs than it has a fast processor and good graphics.
And I need great
Good
graphics, not
graphics.
good graphics.
Right. For $1,500, I need at least great graphics.
And what you're talking about, Donnie, is a concept called Veblen goods. So people will buy things that, feel premium or are premium because the price is higher, right?
Yeah.
So like designer brands and all that kind of stuff. And you're right, there is like a threshold where more people will buy it. You'll get better margins because it's expensive. So like Supreme, for example, was an example of Veblen goods, that brand. Right. Anytime it would like drop, people would be like, "Oh, gotta buy it." And like sometimes it was like a fucking brick with the word Supreme on it, and people
Yeah.
were buying it for $300.
Like a sweatshirt that says Supreme, it goes for like what? Really? $500?
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, I respect the hustle. I do. But like every time Soulja Boy's in the news for this, they always say, known for his 2007 hit song Crank That. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that was almost 20 years ago.
Oh God, yeah.
18 years ago.
I apologize. I apologize. So what has he done since then to still be able to have people like, I love you, Soulja Boy, take all my money?
Uh
I think
Yeah.
I'd be more likely to give money to Drake in this situation as opposed to Soulja Boy or Kendrick Lamar. If you guys were creating consoles, you know what? I'll because you're still relevant, sure, I'll try it out. But Soulja Boy, it'd be like Milli Vanilli creating a console.
But celebrities are doing this kind of hand over fist. They're creating their own
Yeah.
products, right?
Yeah.
And slapping their name on it and selling them out. I mean, if you go on TikTok right now, you will see a myriad of stuff. And it's insane what people will pay if they think it's coming from a particular content creator or celebrity.
Yeah.
True. I this was ages ago, but I do remember one time laughing my ass off because I read an article where people bought Jessica Alba's um sunscreen brand, put it on their children, sent them to the beach, and were shocked when it was a shit sunscreen and their children were fried. Like, oh, I'm sorry for your kids. That sucks, but I mean,
What did you think was going to happen?
what do you think she knows about sunscreen?
All those years of acting, she was moonlighting as dermatology student.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Maybe that's where Soulja Boy lives, and that's why he's peddling his things.
Love it.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our top 3 new releases.
All right, first up is Egging On, out on Xbox Series X and S and PC. This game is hard-boiled. Face the challenge of being a real fragile egg. Escape the henhouse and jump, roll, and climb your way through a farm shop, factory, and other perilous environments. With some determination, you might just reach your freedom. Next up is Dead Static Drive, out on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Dead Static Drive is Grand Theft Cthulhu, an indie survival horror game following a nightmarish road trip across a 1980s Americana. Evade police, equip yourself and those close to you, and follow your own moral code. Learn how and who to trust, and learn it fast because the monsters are gaining on you. And last up, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, out on Switch 2. Fight the war for ancient Hyrule. Step onto the battlefield as Princess Zelda, King Rauru, and other legendary heroes as you fight to reclaim your homeland and live the story of Demon King Ganondorf's invasion that was only briefly alluded to in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game. Work together to take down powerful bosses and their legions of minions as a team in this third-person Musou-style action game. So out of these 3, Ryan, what are you in for?
starting off with Hyrule Warriors, I've never played a Warriors game, so I don't know if this is probably not where I'm gonna start as far as things go. And I don't have a
Hmm.
Switch too, so it's like two dings against you for that. But as I understand, people who like these kinds of games absolutely love them. So I would imagine there's a lot of excitement around this.
Hmm.
But just it's unfortunately not on my radar. Yeah, can't see me. Which brings me to Egg It On. This reminds me of that like toast game.
I Am Bread.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Where you had to like figure out a way to toast the bread and like it was manipulating that piece all over the house and crap like that, but it's an
Hmm.
egg,
Yeah.
right? Um which entertaining for a short amount of time, I'll say that. But not exactly that was something I want to jump and stick my teeth into. Which brings me to Dead Static Drive. Awesome. Grand Theft Auto Cthulhu style. Now I will say the art style is not as cool as I was hoping it would be when looking at it. I was thought it was going to be a little more dark, a little bit more dank, but
Hmm.
um, it's 1980s Americana, so there's some nostalgia there for me.
Hmm.
The fact that I've loved GTA games back in the day, haven't played one recently, so uh, but you know the whole thing is it sounds like it's a sandbox game, so you can kind of do what you want a little bit and quote unquote develop your own moral code. I
Hmm.
know if Blue's playing that game, it's anarchy. I don't even know what that means, but
Woo!
I love it.
You know me so well.
Yeah. So out of these three, I think I would go with that Static Drive.
All right. What about you, Donnie?
So taking a look at of these three games, Hyrule Warriors, I don't own a Switch 2, but I don't know what exactly like how different is this game from Breath of the Wild?
Super different.
Super, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
completely different type of game.
Yeah, it's the Musu style, or it's just like waves
Muso
of
style, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. You're talking to the idiot of the podcast. I don't off the rip.
Okay,
I don't
so
know what Muso style is.
instead of an action game where it's you by yourself, kind of a one-on-one or maybe one versus small hordes, you're fighting like 1,000 enemies at one time.
It was.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Okay, that's immediately out. That's not
Yep.
even on my radar. So that being said, thank you for providing your input. That game
You're
is out
welcome.
for me. Dead Static Drive looks great. I do like the art style. I think I'd have to see a little bit more gameplay to say that I'm 100% sold on it. But Egging On also looks great. It looks like it's definitely a puzzle game, right? You're this egg trying to maneuver through the hen house and go on these platforms, these seesaws, and you're trying not to break. And it looks just like getting over it with
I was
getting
just gonna
fun.
say. That's what it reminds me of.
But a little bit easier, maybe.
You don't know
So
that.
Oh, we have to test this.
I don't know that, and I think I want to test that. So right now, my picks are Dead Static Drive or Egging On, and I think I might get Egging On and then stream it.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent. What about you, Blue? What are you picking?
So before I get into my picks, I do want to say that we ran a poll in the Discord for the
Discard.
patrons and the Discard for the patrons to ask
Who's
them
Six Boys Chan?
to ask them which of these three games they would be most interested in. And while there were votes for all three, the winners were Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, and Dead Static Drive are the favorites in the Discord. For me, Egging On does look fun. It would depend on the price point, which I don't know off the top of my head how much it is, but if it's a cheap game and it would be good for a couple hours of fun, sure, I'm in for it. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. These are great games if you like the Muso style of gameplay, which I do not. There was a free demo for the first Hyrule Warriors, which I tried, and I was just like, this is not for me. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that one. But yay for everybody who's been looking forward to this sequel. But honestly, as soon as I read Grand Theft Cthulhu, I was in for Dead Static Drive. Like, I don't even care what follows after that. They could have even probably said first person shooter. I'd be like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Grand Theft Cthulhu, I'm in. I mean, I think they're obviously trying to gain some of the popularity of Stranger Things. That's a
Sure.
little bit of the vibe that they're
Yeah,
going for as well. But I still think it looks cool, and I would like very much for that one to be ported to Switch or PS5 so that
nice.
I can play it. But yeah, of these three, that's what I'm going for.
Awesome.
All right, so before we move on, let's take a quick break to talk about our sponsor. This segment is proudly sponsored by the Retro Game Club podcast. It's a fantastic family-friendly retro gaming podcast, and each episode, Rob and a guest pick 2 games to play and discuss, as well as news, interviews, and other topics. This week, they want to know, what are your favorite Zelda likes? Special shout out to No Swear Gamer for the question. Visit them at retrogameclub.net or follow the link in the show notes.
How do I know what Zelda likes? I mean,
How can I have some more of nothing if I haven't had anything yet? It was a good joke. I just felt like giving you a hard time. Love you, bud.
Kisses.
So I was trying to think about this, like Battle of Olympus on the NES is a decent like Zelda 2 style game that I actually
Yeah.
think does it better than Zelda 2 does. I mean, sorry, coffee. So that's the first one that came to mind when I think of like Zelda likes. There's a bunch of them that were done in the retro style. And what is it? Crusader of Senti on
Which
on the
is a
Sega Genesis.
knockoff of Link to the Past.
Right, exactly. A complete knockoff. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Golden Axe Warrior, yep. Which, by the way, is the most expensive game because of a sticker in the US. It's a Sega Master System game that was originally made for the European market, and then they shipped a few over to the US and put a sticker on the outside of it for the UPC code. And if that sticker still exists there, it's worth like $300 to $400 more
Dang.
because it's rare. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Games with Coffee says Alundra, best frickin' Zelda like, and I will die on that hill. Simon Astor says my favorite Zelda like is Chantalise. Imagine Ocarina of Time's Ambition on Super Nintendo hardware or Super NES's Super FX hardware with Zelda 2's combat.
Wow, that's a heck of a. Games of Coffee says you had me at Zelda 2 combat.
I mean, I've mentioned this game so many times, and people are probably sick of hearing me talk about it. But I'm gonna go back to Evo Land,
Mhm.
which is like a Link to the Past, and it's a cute little RPG. I don't know, maybe 10 hours or something, but you go through the different eras of gaming, and so as you time travel through the eras, the graphics look different based on what era you're traveling to. There's one time where you have to go like way back in time, and it's like the green Game Boy graphics.
Oh, I love it.
It's a really really fun game. Definitely encourage everyone to check out Evo Land and Evo Land 2.
Evo Land.
Evo Land, yes.
Would Secret of Mana be considered a Zelda-like?
I mean, you could make the argument that because Zelda 2 exists and it's a action RPG, it's like taking
Well,
the elements from Zelda 2, but taking Link to the Past gameplay mixed together. Like I could see where you're coming from, but traditionally, I would say that Zelda games are more action adventure versus Secret of Mana is an action RPG.
now um, I could argue about Zelda 1, the original Zelda, being an action RPG because there is action elements where you're fighting in real time enemies and whatnot. The same as Secret of Mana. If you go traverse one section, one screen, come back to the other screen, the enemies reappear just like they do in Zelda 1. You're not the experience points are not there in Zelda, but you are leveling up and getting more hearts, etc. So those are the similarities. That's the only argument that I would make in that regard.
I think that we could definitely turn this into a debate on the show if you want.
Ooh, we haven't done a debate in a while. We are
No.
due for a debate.
What was
Is
our last
Zelda
debate?
an RPG?
Wasn't
We
that?
already did that.
Yeah.
That was the last one we did.
That's right. It was.
Yeah.
And I think I won. So.
If so, I don't believe that. I don't believe that's the case. Look at us, forgetful together.
We do need a new debate, though.
I'm up for it.
He likes losing.
Motherfucker.
Well, that's a great segue.
Oh, you both.
Because-
Man.
Well played.
Gather round, gamers young and old, and welcome once again to Gamers Week Trivia. Now, due to allegations of favoritism, last time I hosted trivia. Tonight's trivia topic is called Trivia Easy Mode. There are only...
You know what's going to suck is we're not going to be able to answer any of these questions, Tony. And she listed it as easy mode. If she didn't say anything, my ego would not be bruised.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be.
Like, oh, if you can't answer these, you really suck.
Right.
You know, I didn't say it, but you guys figured it out.
Feedback through deduction.
Yes.
Yep.
Due to there are only 2 categories tonight, Ryan and Donnie. Each category contains 8 questions, which I believe, based on our years of friendship, that each of you should be able to answer easily. Correctly answering a question from your own category earns you 1 point. However, correctly answering a question from the opposing category earns you 3 points. As usual, questions may be stolen. If you steal and correctly answer a question from your own category, it's worth 1 point. But if you steal and correctly answer a question from the opposing category, it's worth 2 points.
Interesting.
In the event of a tie, I have prepared a tiebreaker challenge. And the winner of tonight's trivia will earn the title of the easiest daddy.
I don't know if I want that title.
I do.
Is everyone clear on the rules?
Clear as mud.
Is the contest, if we tie, is it a leg wrestling contest?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
Do I get to tickle if Ryan starts to overtake me?
I will be judging based on style and power.
Shit.
All right, since Donnie won trivia the last time, Ryan, you may go first.
I'm going to start off with my own category. I'm curious to hear what it is.
Okay, question number 1. What is the name for the region of the Pacific Ocean where 90% of the world's earthquakes occur?
Occur?
Occur.
Are we talking about the Pacific Ocean?
As the region of the Pacific Ocean where 90% of the world's earthquakes occur.
So you're talking about the Ring of Fire? Is that the colloquial term?
The Ring of Fire!
That is correct. Also known as your butthole. After Hot Wing Night.
After Hot Wing Night.
Wait a second. How is this a... I thought
this would be video game related.
No. I thought this was going to be like trivia related personally to like.
Oh, it'd be like, remember that secret you told me that nobody else wants to know?
I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Okay. Fine.
Donnie,
We'll try one from my category.
All right. There are 6 members of NWA. Name at least 3. Or for flex points, name all 6.
Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, DOC, MC Ren, and Yella.
DJ Yella.
Well done.
West Side.
Ryan, you're up.
I guess I'll try to take one from Donnie's category.
Oh.
Be gentle, Blue. Be
Okay.
gentle.
This group wanted you to get down on it in 1981.
Get down on it. Oh, fuck.
Get down on it.
CNC Music Factory.
That is incorrect.
I want to say Cool in the Gang, but I'm not sure if that's correct.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
That is correct.
Get down on it. So I get 2
Donnie.
points for that one, right?
No, you
Nope.
get one.
1. Anytime you
from your
answer
own
your
category.
own, yeah, anytime you
Okay.
answer your own category, it's just 1
Okay.
point.
Yep.
Okay. I will take one from Ryan's category then.
What was the term for a female gladiator in ancient Rome?
Fuck, I don't know. An Athena?
No.
Okay.
I like the logic, but no. Ryan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know if it was. We were still going. I think there's 2 terms for it. It's like either a gladiex or a gladiatis or gladiatis.
That is correct.
Gladiatis. Simon Astor says waifu?
That too. Yeah, that too.
All right, we're gonna go with another Donnie one.
Another Donnie one.
Okay, why not?
What team did the St. Louis Blues defeat to win their first Stanley Cup?
Oh, that's a tough one because that's back in the day, isn't it? They're in the Western Conference, so I'm gonna say the Boston Bruins.
You motherfucker.
That
And it wasn't
is
back in the day, it was
correct.
2019.
That is 3 points.
That's
Ooh.
Fucking
6
piece
years
of
ago.
shit. That wasn't back in the day.
It took him a long time to win the Stanley Cup.
Don't kick me while I'm down.
Donnie, you're down by 3. What category would you like?
Let's go through one of mine.
In the movie The Lost Boys, the merry-go-round sequence foreshadows the order in which the 4 Lost Boys die. List the order.
I don't remember the names. I think Marco was the first one. He's the blonde-haired. He was Bill S. Preston Esquire. It was him.
Yep.
Then there was the I know David was last, but then God, was the other guy with the
Saxophone.
no. I think it's the holy water death, then the arrow through the heart, death by stereo. I think that's the order. But I'm positive like it's the second and third one are going to be flipped somehow. But yeah, it's the they stab him in the heart in the cave. Then they kill what's his name with the holy water and the garlic in the bathtub, and then death by stereo where he gets shot with the arrow and electrifies or electrocutes itself, and then David's death.
Well, really, I needed the names.
Can I look up the names really quick?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
What are the names and what order did they do?
Nope. Just Lost Boys. Lost Boys movie names. Okay, so it's it goes Marco, Paul, Dwayne, David.
That is correct.
Oh, thank God, because I wasn't going to answer that one.
Webhead says, sounds like a weird game of Clue.
Simon says, way to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
Ryan.
I'll take one from my own category.
In Chrono Trigger, what are the names of Magus's 3 henchmen?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Chrono Trigger is my favorite game of all time.
I know, but I haven't played in like
Lost Boys is my favorite movie, but I don't know their names.
Can I look them up?
No.
Oh man, it's been forever. I'm not gonna embarrass myself by butchering them, so I'm gonna pass.
Donnie, do you have an idea?
Well, since I've never played Chrono Trigger, I can't even begin to. Yeah, sorry.
Simon would like to steal the points.
Go for it.
The answer is Ozzy, Slash, and Flea.
Yeah.
They are all named for rock musicians.
Oh,
right.
yeah, okay. Huh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Simon gets your point.
It's gonna win this sucker.
Donnie, you're up.
Let me try another one of Ryan's.
What is the name for the situation wherein a substance exists in all three states of matter, that is solid, liquid, and gas, simultaneously?
Donnie's ass after IPA night.
Gelatin? I don't know.
Ryan.
Super critical.
Yes.
Okay.
Ryan.
Gonna go with another one of my own.
On my own.
In competitive swimming, how many different standard strokes are there?
4. Freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, fly.
Correct.
And you can do them as an individual medley, which it is fly back breastfree.
Donnie, your turn.
My category, because I don't know shit from Ryan's.
In which comic book did Spider-Man make his first appearance?
Amazing Fantasy.
I need a number.
Number 1. No, it was number. Shit. No. You said just what comic book? Now you say you need a number. It was Amazing Fantasy. Fuck. Was it 10? Let's go with. I know it's Amazing Fantasy. I just don't remember the number. I'll just go with 10.
Brian.
I'm gonna say 20.
Nope, it's Amazing Fantasy 15. But
Right in the middle.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, he wins from if you're doing Price is Right rules here.
Right. Ryan.
My own category again, I think.
Which on-the-go beverage dubbed itself Liquid Cool in its 90s ads?
Cool. On the go beverage. Liquid Cool.
Sounds like a Donnie's category.
Right. Sobe?
Is that a question or is that your answer?
I think it's my answer.
Incorrect.
All right.
Sobe.
Remember like that thing with the
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
lizard on it.
Liquid Cool. Fuck, what 90s?
Cookie dough sport.
Shit. I'm thinking like it's one of those drinks that came in the squeezy plastic.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it. Liquid Cool.
Puzzle says, "Come on! I thought you were dads."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that one.
Okay, I think the answer you're trying to think of was Squeeze It.
Yeah, squeeze it.
But that's not it.
Okay.
The answer is Capri Sun.
Oh.
Okay.
Sugar water.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the varieties of sugar water. Yeah. Simon says, "I'm interested to know how Blue determined this is a Donnie, this is a Ryan question." And Webhead says, "She studies her prey." All right, Donnie.
I'm gonna try it. Let's go with Ryan's.
Who is considered the first American serial killer?
Ooh.
Is it Lizzie Borden?
Incorrect. Simon knows again. He's going to get this
Well,
point.
I was okay. That wasn't my final answer, but whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you?
I
Have
was
a
trying to
different
think my
guess?
way through it, but
Okay.
no, go ahead.
No, sorry.
Is it H.H. Holmes?
That is correct.
Who the fuck?
He had a murder hotel.
Yeah, Murder Castle. He
Yeah.
murdered like 200 people.
Mhm.
Ryan's up.
Let's go with a Donnie question. Feeling frisky.
What is Jason Voorhees' sole line of dialogue in the entire Friday the 13th series?
With that. I'm gonna say he says the word no.
Incorrect.
Okay. Tell me this is from Jason X.
He's never spoken a word. Not that I.
Oh, contraire. Apparently he fucking has.
I mean, you can't do the ki ma ma ma. That's not his dialogue. He's never said.
What a lame villain he would be if he was walking around going.
Yeah. I don't believe he's.
Aren't you
ever
guys scared?
Spoken a word in. Because realistically speaking, in part 5, that wasn't Jason. So you've got part 2, part 3, part 4. 4 he dies. 6 so 6, 7, and 8. That's where he's dead, undead, whatever. Jason goes to hell. He's kind of still undead. Gets kicked in the balls. Then he goes to space. I don't remember him saying a single word, unless it would have been in part 3. Seems more likely on part 3, but I don't think so.
Shop smart. Shop S smart.
So, in Jason Goes to Hell, where he's possessing the other bodies, and there's the scene where she doesn't know which one is Jason. So to throw her off, he says, "Freeze, get the hell away from her, Ed."
That's not okay. That's not Jason, really. But whatever.
It's probably not Mama.
That's a bullshit question.
All right. Noted. Your feedback is noted. Your turn.
One of my own categories then.
In Night Trap, anytime the trap access code is changed, the result is randomized, but it always starts on which color?
Bad boys will find you.
Night Trap. Green?
Nope.
I'm going to go with red.
Also nope.
Orange?
Nope.
Blue?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
She picked a blue question.
Yeah.
Everything starts with blue.
Mauve? Teal? Salmon?
All right, hang on. So we got...
Just guess you have 65,535 choices, says Simon Ashtier.
So the score currently is Ryan 8, Donnie 4. There is one question left in each category.
Okay, and what were the points?
8-4, my lead.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a category you play it safe and go with a me category.
All right. In the 1990s, the Buffalo Bills played in and lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls. Who was the Bills' head coach for all 4 of those games?
Marv Levy.
You know what?
You
I will take the
remember
L
those.
just to see the look on his face.
Donnie, here's your last question.
Sure.
Name the song and the artist from the lyrics. Last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't lie. Immortal fear, that voice so clear. Through broken walls, that scream I hear.
So, okay, say that again.
Last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock.
Blind boys don't lie. Thou shalt not kill. It's the title theme song to Lost Boys. But you want me to know the guy who sang it?
That's also
Fuck.
not the title.
Well, it's Cry Little Sister. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cry Little Sister, but I don't remember the artist.
I say give him the points. He came up with the name of it.
Fair enough.
Cry Little Sister. I don't need a sympathy point.
All right, don't give him the points. I'll just gloat
All
out.
right.
I appreciate it.
That concludes Trivia Easy Mode. Ryan is now dubbed the easiest daddy with a final score of 8 to Donnie's 4 plus 1 sympathy point.
Shouldn't have been. Hold on. It was 8 to. It was already 8 before the final one, and Aaron, or he got his question right.
Yeah, so 9 to 4.
I get the Marv Levy one right.
Yeah, excuse me. 9 to 4.
Okay.
And you're missing one person. Did we mention that Simon Asher also has 1 point?
Yes, Simon Asher has 1 point as well. Puzzle says, why? The wound is so deep.
Cry Little Sister.
Yeah.
Gerard McMahon.
Gerard McMahon.
Which, okay, since you theoretically, I could have said Marilyn Manson since he did a remake of it.
I suppose you could have, but you didn't say anything. So
In your face!
Right? Wow. Okay, then.
all right.
Just
Thank
like,
you for playing.
cry me a river.
And congratulations to the easiest daddy.
Victory. Tastes delicious.
Congratulations.
It seems very sincere.
And on that wondrous note, I think it's time to wrap up this episode. Thank you for listening to episode 188 of Gamers Week Podcast, and a big thank you to the Retro Game Club Podcast, Love Retro BTW, Pixel Pond Production Company, and Absolutely the Best Podcast, A Work in Progress, for sponsoring this episode. Don't forget to check out their links in the show notes. If you want to connect with Gamers Week, follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky at Gamers Week PC. Watch us right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gamers Week Podcast, where we will record live every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com. Visit our merch store at gamers-week-podcast.creator-spring.com. Or if you want to do it the easy way, follow the link in the show notes. And last but not least, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/gamersweek. And finally, since you made it all the way to the end of this episode, please leave us a rating and a review to let us know how we did. We really do value your feedback. While you're there, consider subscribing on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Now, I don't know if we want to talk about or mention the amazing gift that the patrons will be receiving this year.
Ooh, good call.
True.
Do we
If
want
you're a
to say?
patron, you are getting a elegant, stylish coffee mug as a patron gift for the holiday season.
As Donnie shows us his porn tabs.
Right.
Well, sorry.
And you get to choose from one that is either the daddy medallion or that is the Yoshi Swear icon.
Both are going to be a staple in your home on a day-to-day basis, and you can show your pride for
Yep.
Gamers Week
Yep.
every single day.
So if you're a patron, be sure to message us and let us know which one you want. And if you're not a patron, consider joining.
I should get one of
Simon,
these.
I think you'll be safe. if we got a hot beverage and that's gonna last that, I think no
Yeah.
matter what you put in it, just
Bourbon, tea,
yeah.
tequila, whatever. Coffee
blood
says,
of your enemies.
Yeah.
once this podcast hits 188, you're going to see some serious
shit.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for attending another episode with us. We greatly appreciate that. We will be back for the playthrough on Monday. Might be something new depending on how this new game Egging On costs and everything. Also, the other Cthulhu driving game. We'll see what the prices are on those, and we might be playing something new on Monday.
Love it.
Nice.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. Arrivederci.
Nighty night.
Bye.